30 people deep.
Yeah. Well, I think they all think they have the best seat in the house. I happen to think we do.
No doubt about that, JoJo. If there were a better place, someone has to point it out to us. Number 2 in our parade lineup this afternoon, getting things underway, is the Frankenmuth Fire Department. They're very proud of their 30-member volunteer fire department. Respond to fire and other emergencies 24 hours a day.
And George Reiner, we're very proud, is our fire chief.
That's quite an undertaking, 24-hour a day, and your police department is also 24-hour a day.
That's correct.
Seems to me as we get underway here, the parade is moving a tad bit slower than last year, and there's reason for that. I think we were talking about it earlier.
We had a brisk downpour before, just enough to cool us off.
Although meteorologist Phil Schwartz was talking the possibility of maybe a slight chance of a shower, a thunder shower before the afternoon is out, and looking westward, a very wisp of a cloud is starting to be seen. We could see one before the afternoon, but maybe it'll hold out before before the end of the parade.
Certainly hope so.
Let's see, the temperature reads it's got to be over 80, right?
It's 80 in the shade by our little.
So I'd say it's got to be 90-something on top of this hot roof of Zenders.
While we're talking about the wind, there'd be a good time way off in the distance. Sometime you're going to see before this afternoon is out, the Star of the West Milling Tower, a geographic location by all means here in Frankenmuth. And for us, that's our way of getting the picture back to you at home this afternoon and tonight. If you're watching us on tape delay, by the way, at 11:30. We have a man up on top. Don Gansis is battling the 37-mile-an-hour top gusts, making sure our microwave signal gets back to the tower so you can watch our picture. There's one of Frankenmuth's finest right there.
They look like they're having as good a time as we are.
Can you imagine if we try to do a parade coverage without sirens? It'd be so quiet up here. You wouldn't. They're as much a part of a parade, I guess, as the bands.
Between that and the actual flyover, it certainly does alert everyone that the parade is definitely on its
Not
way
too far
down
out.
the main drag.
Here would be also a good opportunity while we're waiting for the Frankenmuth area ambulance as they drive by to let you know how we're doing this afternoon's telecast. We have TV 12 is proud to have 4 cameras, 4 positions. You are looking, I believe, at our handheld camera right now. Camera 2 with Brooks Rollison, now up to I believe that's our aerial camera.
I would say it is.
Dave Koskinen.
Looks like Dave's on board there.
And further on down the line is Kathy Ellington, our southernmost camera.
There we go. That looks like a good shot from
Kathy's
Kathy.
camera. And with us here on top of Zenders, it's camera 4 with Jerry Look.
He's getting the close-ups of us trying to battle the wind, watching things slowly but surely fly over the nice little picket fence on top of the roof. Hopefully we won't lose anybody. Never mind, just the paperwork.
In the truck, punching all the buttons to make sure that when we talk about what you see is our director this afternoon, as has been for the past 2 years. Number 3 for him is Chris Fry. Proudly displaying the American Legion and our nation's colors, the Frankenmuth American Legion post, number 150.
Jill, I bet you knew that it was chartered in 1919 with 49 members, and the organization now boasts a strong 255. And they actually do sponsor 2 boys to Boys State and 2 girls to Girls State every year, and also 1 young person to a state police program.
As a graduate of the Boys State, the Massachusetts Boys State, sponsored by the American Legion, I take my hat off to these gentlemen. It's quite an experience.
A wonderful program, right, Bill?
Excellent program.
And they also organize the Memorial Day Parade each year. And yes, it's welcome to the Bavarian Festival. Since 1962, Kern's Sausage has been sponsoring this banner, which is traditionally carried by twins. Our twins this year are the Hoffman twins, Amy and Marcy.
You say every year it's a twin, huh?
Every year it's twins.
Well, that leaves you and me out, or me and JoJo out for next year. We can't do it. That's, I suppose you say the police and fire departments are the unofficial start of the parade. The Document banner is it, right?
That's it. That means we're well underway.
Gee, who could this group be coming up right now? It's a local group, I think, isn't it?
Traditionally cladded.
Do they look familiar in their garb or what?
From Frankenmuth, the Frankenmuth High School Band. Always the first band in our parade. Now 58 members strong. And, gee, they have very unusual looking costumes. What, my gosh, what could that be?
Quite similar to what you have on. That's our traditional German lederhosen or leather pants. And what most people think they're very warm, you can probably tell them they are not.
They are not. They are indeed cool. They tried to talk me into it 3 years ago when I was wearing just a pair of jogging shorts. Last year I had the lederhosen, and they are indeed cool.
We'll spare you standing up and showing your knobby-knees this year, Bill.
They look good in their lederhosen. They're 58 strong, and I'm proud to say they sound good too. Ladies and gentlemen, the Frankenmuth High School Band. Sponsoring this afternoon's coverage of the Bavarian Festival Parade, Oscar Rouse Furniture and Country Store. Sharp-looking group. That must be quite a challenge for the color guard to be battling that west wind right now.
He might just head into orbit shortly.
Girl on the far right kind of gave a look of disgust as she tried to twirl it around and almost got carried across the street into the Bavarian Inn.
Of our Frankenmuth High School Band is this year's theme banner, and the theme for this year's parade is the spirit of Frankenmuth. No truer words were ever spoken. That spirit takes on many forms. The volunteer spirit, which can be put to any festival like that, which must be there. The spirit of pride, which people have in their community, such as Frankenmuth. And of course, the spirit of friendship, which we extend to people everywhere, and they certainly are coming from everywhere.
And Larry, you have one of our most distinguished gentlemen in the community, Mayor Kraft.
Yes, Joe, the Grand Marshal. Mayor, what do you look for in the festival this year and for this parade?
Well, we've got a beautiful start with the weather here. It's just great, the best weather we've had in years, and I think we're off to a great start. We've got a big, big crowd along the street here.
Okay, we look forward to a great parade. Thanks so much.
Betcha. You bet. It's going to be good.
Thanks, Larry. And directly behind, I give a little information on Mayor Kraft. He is Mayor Richard Kraft. His wife, Mary Ann, is riding with him. He was elected mayor in 1970 at 79 after the retirement of former Mayor Elmer Simon. And oh yes, in his spare time, Mayor Kraft is president of Star of the West Milling Company.
Boy, does he look proud today to be leading the troops on down.
Now, for the second year in a row, Mary Lou Maumeister is chairing the parade. Mary Lou and her committee worked many long hours to bring this parade to you, and they hope you can sit back and enjoy it. Now, she is one of our 29 festival chairmen who worked so hard to make this festival a success. And all you blue vests out on Cass and Maine watching, Dave, John, Charlie, and Tom, we got you in there. Back to a busy week after.
This must also be kind of a thrill for her in the parade route right now, waving to everyone, and the fruits of her labor right before her.
And it all depends on Mother Nature. That weather comes through, and she's worked very hard this year.
Jill, has there ever really been a rainout, though, of the parade?
We've had it where they've ceased maybe half of the parade, but you always have your die-hard bands and so forth that continue to go through right through till the end.
We now see the Frankenmuth Chamber of Commerce float with the Bavarian Festival Princess and her court. Jill, why don't you talk a bit about the float?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, the Bavarian Festival Princess and her court represents the unique community of Frankenmuth. This float, the community of Frankenmuth is just 7 miles off I-75 in Saginaw County. You can be part of Bavaria for one day by just leisurely walking along its freshly groomed, beautifully tree and flower-lined streets. The Frankenmuth Chamber of Commerce has over 200 active members, and of course, We are seeing the float, which is carrying the Bavarian Princess and her 2 attendants. It has won numerous awards in 1984, and this year's princess, by the way, is Lisa King. She's the 18-year-old daughter of Bill and Renee King of Frankenmuth, and she looks just delightful today in her Bavarian garb. Lisa will be attending the Western Michigan University in the fall to pursue her goal of becoming an elementary school teacher, and you might have noticed her court attendants. Carmela Bosnaker, Joe Warnick, and they're both from Frankenmuth.
Beautiful, beautiful float. I would imagine anyone who had any thoughts of climbing on the float would be automatically deterred by that Marine Sergeant.
Here we have a very popular gentleman this year. This is Bill Varney, and he is our 1985 Bavarian Festival chairman. Bill is employed with General Motors, and his task of coordinating 3,000 plus community volunteers is quite a job.
We're going down to Larry Elliott, I believe.
Yes, sir. Bill, what kind of festival do you look for this year?
Hey, we got a great festival going. Great weather.
What about the crowd, huh?
Hey, the great crowd, man. I've never seen so many people.
Oh, come on. You got to be kidding. You've seen more.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Really.
Hope you have a great festival. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Larry. Another float in our view right now, Jill.
And I'm very proud of this one. G. Howman Brewing Company. My dad was employed with them for 44 years. Carrying on there is Myron Florin, the famous accordionist from the Lawrence Welk Show. Now, for the second year in a row, Myron will be appearing at the Bavarian Show tent each day, and is he strumming up the crowd? He does that down at the park, too, every day, a standing ovation. He'll be down at the park twice a day, matinee and evening shows, and you can get those tickets from the Chamber of Commerce.
While we're watching Myron's float, it's you probably should put in a plug. This is the kickoff of the Bavarian Festival, right?
That's correct.
It goes through next Saturday,
Next Saturday, the 15th.
While we have a second here, let's pause. Our coverage of the 27th Annual Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival continues in a moment.
Remember the day you bought that table and the people at the furniture store said, "Count on us"? Well, what they really meant was, count on us to be around unless you have a problem. But when Oscar Rouse says, count on us, you can. For that care can only come from our own set of standards. Quality that never varies, at nowhere else but Oscar Rouse. The best of everything.
The public is invited to the Greater Zender Open 18-hole golf tournament at the Frankenmuth Golf and Country Club, starting at 9 a.m. Saturday, June 15th, the week of the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival. Some of Michigan's finest amateur golfers will vie for the honors, including a hole-in-one contest. So come on out for the Greater Zender Open, Saturday, June 15th. Sponsored by WJRT TV 12, by First of Michigan Corporation, by Young Family GM Dealerships, and by Bradford LaRiviere Incorporated of Saginaw.
Bill Harris, along with JoJo Shetty McGregor and Larry Elliott and Jill Christ. Our coverage of the Frankenmuth Parade continues. We see the Saginaw County Sheriff's Posse, a volunteer group of the Saginaw County Sheriff's Department. They assist basically the county sheriff in any way the sheriff wants. The group now 25 years old, 1/4 of a century, and they are sponsored in the parade today by the Frankenmuth Mutual Insurance Company. Challenging thought would be right now, considering this year's theme, the float judges, who we'll see a little bit later on, have to take that theme in consideration when they're judging the floats, correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
That would be a unique challenge to the viewers at home. Based on that theme, how you would best represent the spirit of Frankenmuth in developing a float.
I think it would be a real challenge.
Definitely.
You know, year after year, some of these groups really go to it. They've got to work hard all year round, just coming up with the theme and then actually executing it, and they come up with some just splendid designs.
When you talk about Frankenmuth itself, it's difficult to just say what is the spirit of Frankenmuth. Such adjectives come across as friendly, warm,
clean, warm, very volunteer-orientated.
Be interesting to see what some of these floats are like.
Hopefully they won't blow
away
the horizon either.
We're going back in time a little bit right now. Some of the antiques. I believe we're looking at a 1921 Dodge. Don't ask me because I couldn't tell you that, not being around then. It bears the license plate of number one policyholder of the Franklin Mutual Auto Insurance.
Bill, I know your father-in-law is certainly into antiques.
Yes.
True? Not quite this old.
No, not quite. We're going to see his entry in the parade a little bit later on.
That is just a beautiful car. My dad's also into antiques, not quite that old, and Edsel doesn't go back quite that far. Oh, it looks like we've got Miss Dominion of Canada coming along here. This year's representative of Canada is lovely Irene Vermeulen of Hamilton, Ontario. Irene is an 18-year-old model. She's studying to be an architect. She does enjoy hockey. Well, what Canadian doesn't? I happen to be married to a Canadian who has just become a U.S. citizen and always tells me he was a hockey goalie. She also, however, enjoys Italian foods, which we do hope she likes German cooking as well. She's going to get certainly her fill while she's here. And we do welcome Irene. The entire city of Frankenmuth welcomes her.
And while we're on a Canadian theme, eh?
Okay, does this mean just because I'm married to Byron?
I wonder why you get to talk about this one.
However, I did live in Windsor. As a matter of fact, this is the Optimus Youth Band of Windsor that you are seeing, sponsored this year by the Bavarian Mall Association. The Optimus Youth Band of Windsor is an ongoing project of the Optimus Club. It has been around for about 18 years now, and it is a brass and reed marching and concert band consisting of boys and girls ages 11 to 19. There are about 45 playing right now. We certainly can't hear them. And it has a 25 color party assemblage along with them, a sergeant and a drum major. Mike Seguin, by the way, is the director, and the drum major is Steve Lozinski.
Playing a stirring rendition of On Broadway. An international flavor, the Optimus Youth Band of Windsor. Our second lovely young lady in the parade so far, representing Deckerville, Michigan, Shelley Peruski, has the honor of being the Michigan Bean Queen. We welcome Shelley to Frankenmuth.
You know, Bill, a lot of these queens do show up the rest of the year at various festival parades throughout the state of Michigan, and just about all of them do end up down at the Michigan State Fair for the big pageant down there where they select one Michigan State Fair queen. So I'm sure we'll see Shelley.
And following Shelley is the Bavarian Inn's entry of the original Munich Schuhplattlers.
How'd you pronounce that?
Schuhplattlers.
Oh, okay.
They're returning this year after a most successful and popular appearance last year, and they come to us directly from the Hofbrauhaus in Munich, Germany.
What was that man doing? Playing spoons.
He was Schuhplattling.
Schuhplattling. And they'll perform their famous folk dances and so forth down at the park. Now, our Bavarian Inn will also be sponsoring a new motor lodge in 1986. That 100 units will be finished completed just in time for our 1986 Bavarian Festival.
And heaven knows we do need another hotel here at Frankenmuth to accommodate a lot of our out-of-town visitors.
With 3 million people coming, the more the merrier.
And it looks like we've got our Bay Port Queen next in line. Queen Colleen Stahl with her court, Ruth Schelt, Chris Diashenko, Lori Bolda, Sherry Foreman, and Michelle Henney. All enjoying themselves as they come down Main Street here in Frankenmuth.
Well, you talk about history, representing the Star of the West, now 115 years old, is the Star of the West Milling Company floats. And on the float, Jerry Murad and the Harmonic Cats. Remember Jerry Murad from my old radio days.
Peg of my heart.
Let's go down to Larry Elliott. Larry?
Hey, look who I found, guys. Do you recognize her?
Who could this be?
No, I've wanted to ride in a convertible in a parade ever since I judged this one about 4 years ago, I think. Sue Zelenko, in case you can't recognize her behind the shades. How tough was it to judge this year, Sue?
Oh, I gotta tell you, all the floats look great, but there were a couple that are standouts. There's one back just a short ways would have cleaned up at any parade they've gone to. It's magnificent. It's from Kitchener. Watch for it.
But did it clean up at this one?
It sure did. It's a first placer.
Hey,
It's beautiful.
It's a great day, and I'm sure you're having a great time.
The last time I was here to judge, it poured rain so bad that we were in a car, the windows were fogged up, and all the parades were covered with plastic, and you couldn't see them. It was terrible. We had fun, but it was terrible. This is much nicer.
Well, they knew
And
they had to have...
crowds are wonderful.
They knew they had to have a good day for you this time. Thanks, Sue. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Larry. TV 12 noon anchor, Sue Zelenko.
And we certainly do have the results of all the parade winners. Sue was mentioning the float from Kitchener. We do know that it is an award winner, but we certainly do have a few more. I don't even think Sue knows all the results.
No,
we do, though.
we do.
It's kind of like having the envelope. Sue looks like she's having a great time.
It is. I judged a float competition one year, too. It's certainly not easy, and this is the reward for a very, very busy and difficult job in the morning. Sue Zelenko's wearing shorts, too.
Now, I can tell you guys, she doesn't get away with doing that on the noon set.
Well, we'll have her in a dirndl next year.
Well, this is what I call the most difficult way to get around in a parade. And I don't mean the guy playing the accordion. That's one job I wouldn't want to have at all.
I believe the gentleman playing the accordion is our very own Willie from Willie's Meat Market. And he does like to have fun. He's notorious for surprises.
I hate to say it, but I think the gentleman pulling Willie is also trying to sing. Not easy at all.
Yeah, I'm not so sure we should go down closer to hear this one. Yeah, I guess we should. Face.
Well, let's see. Larry Elliott has another job to do. Larry, who's down there now?
Well, Bill, we found the March of Dimes poster child for this year. It's Erin Brady. She's from the Saginaw Bay chapter. She's riding with our new boss, Tom Bryson, the general manager at TV 12. And Erin, is this your first parade?
Yes.
The first time for you?
Yes.
Well, what do you think? I mean, there are thousands of people here. How does that make you feel?
Good.
Good. Do you think you're going to do some more parades like this?
Yes.
Is that part of your job?
Yes.
What do you like best about this one, you think?
Car.
The car? Well, hey, there's somebody after Bill's heart, I think. We have Bill's father-in-law, incidentally, driving this gorgeous Buick.
And of course, Tom Bryson is so new to the Frankenmuth area. He comes to us from New York, but he has been to Frankenmuth. He certainly looks like he's having a great time. I don't think he's German. What do you think, Bill?
No, and I want to tell you, I did not pay the poster child to make that comment. Driving my mother and father-in-law, Bob and Ellen Cushman from Flint Township, in a 57 Roadmaster Buick. Only 4,000 of these in the country, and a lot of time and effort went into it, and they're very proud of it. It's their presence in the parade, and I refer to the poster child and Tom Bryson, is just a reminder that in 3 weekends will be the third annual March of Dimes telethon, which TV 12 is proud to be a part of. Larry Elliott and I will be joining many of the TV 12 people in hosting it. We do hope you will watch, please.
We all look forward to that. You know, one quick thing before we get away from our president and general manager, Tom Bryson, I wonder if anybody warned him about this parade when he knew he was coming to the Michigan area.
And here's one of Sue Zelenko's proud winners of the hospitality trophy here. Float from Kitchener-Waterloo Oktoberfest, and a very special welcome to our Canadian friends. Now, the Kitchener Oktoberfest is now 17 years old. They employ a full-time staff of 17 persons.
Oh, my goodness.
And have a volunteer numbering in excess of 500. Accompanying the float will be Uncle Hans, the mascot representing the Kitchener-Waterloo Oktoberfest.
I remember Uncle Hans. He's the one with the orange hat, riding him back, I think. I never knew that how famous the Kitchener-Waterloo Oktoberfest was until Chris Fry will get a chuckle out of this, our director. We saw the movie Strange Brew. Part of it was shot at the Oktoberfest.
Well, we certainly can see why this is an award winner.
My goodness.
Free beer, eh?
Hi.
Oh, I can
Cutest
see.
characters.
I can see where Sue Zelenko is talking about the difficulty in judging. That is truly an outstanding float.
And these are hand-carved steins, and the dancing couple theme is based on the German heritage.
The Calico Twirlers Square Dance Club is next. This is a nice way to mix a float and have fun at the same time. 32 years old, they're the oldest club in the United States like this, and presently numbering about 60 couples from teenagers up to senior citizens. They hold special dances every year to raise money for various fundraisers like the Cancer Research, March of Dimes, etc. They entertain area rest homes and hospitals. A very unique, fun way to make a lot of people happy.
And Bill and Jill, I must not forget to mention here that two of our producers on this show, Eileen Serva and Sarah Jo Gallick, both enjoy square dancing. So why do you think they're over there to the left of us doing a little dozy-do?
Another float is next, JoJo.
And it happens to be the Chesaning Showboat Queen, and she is riding on a beautiful float. She is Sandra Lynn Hewitt. She's 18 years old, and she is a senior at Chesaning Union High School. And she's been chosen to reign over the 44th annual Showboat.
Which is almost 1 month, July 8th to the 13th.
Right around the corner.
The home of our TV 12 tower in Chesaning. Larry Elliott is up next. Larry?
What a view from up here, I'll tell you. I'm on top of the Flint Banjo Club. These guys are just struck up a tune. Banjos are something I've always wanted to learn how to play. I just think it's one of the greatest string instruments around, and these guys are just having a tremendous time up here today. Bill, JoJo, Jill?
It looks like Larry is definitely trying to get the best seat now.
I don't know. I thought we had the best job the past few years. I think Larry's the one who's having all the fun. While Larry strums his way down the main street of Frankenmuth, we will pause for a second as our coverage of the 27th Annual Bavarian Festival Parade continues.
Mayday Valley Cabinets can save you money by refacing your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing. If you have some sturdy countertops, a good sink, and sound cabinets, find out just how reasonable Mayday's 2-day no-mess refacing installation could be for you. And if you want more cabinet space or need to replace just 1 or 2 cabinets, Mayday can do that too and match your refacing. Of course, Mayday Valley Cabinets are the cabinet experts, and if it's new cabinets or design expertise you want or need, bring your ideas and floor plans for an estimate to Mayday Valley Cabinets, Gladwin, Bridgeport, and Saginaw.
What is a gourmet hamburger?
At Halo Burger, it's whatever you want it to be, because we serve over 49,000 possible hamburger combinations. The choice is yours.
Something special. 100% pure beef. Olives, mushrooms.
Always fresh.
The homemade taste.
Quality meat. The taste.
Good, rich, thick meat.
Cheese.
They aren't pre-cooked. What I get here at Bill Thomas.
Halo Burger, your choice for #1.
Flint's Original Gourmet Hamburger.
At New Century Bank, we think of your house as money, and you should too. With our Home Sweet Home Equity Reserve, you can get something out of your house. Using your house as security, a Home Sweet Home Equity Reserve gives you a line of credit from $5,000 to $100,000. You can use now or years from now.
Horace, what did you do?
Biggest check I ever saw.
Get yourself a Home Sweet Home Equity Reserve from New Century Bank, the hometown bank of the 21st century.
Welcome back to Frankenmuth, Michigan. You're watching the 27th Annual Bavarian Festival Parade on WJRT, TV 12, Flint, Saginaw, Bay City.
And here we've got the Shrine Temple Marching Drill Team. Now, they were chartered in 1908, and they're 77 years young. The full strength is 60 men. Now, this special project they work toward are the Shrine Crippled Children's Hospital. Our first lieutenant here is Don Tierney, and our captain and director is Norman O.
No matter how big, no matter how small the parade, Shriners always show up and add a nice splash of color, and depending on what organization shows up, a little bit of comic relief sometimes too.
Sure. Bill, maybe we could take a quick second to mention that we happen to miss the Frankenmuth Girl Scouts float that just went by. Happens to be an award winner. It was the winner of the Mayor's Trophy, and we congratulate them. Unfortunately, we didn't get a shot of them because we were in our commercial break. But it was delightful. We could tell everyone because we saw it go by. Just great.
We have another musical group coming up now.
And it happens to be the Frankentrost Band, sponsored by Rummel Insurance. And of course, it's a German old-time band on a float again. Its director, Norman Koschke, and they have been in existence over 100 years, and they have 35 members.
And a lot of their members are different generations. They play, the grandsons play with the grandfathers,
Oh,
and play
goodness.
with the fathers. So it's quite a unique group.
It certainly portrays the spirit of Frankenmuth, I'd say.
Most definitely.
Jill, you happen to be a fifth-generation Frankenmuther. Is that what you call yourself?
Frankenmuther.
Frankenmuther.
Or a TF. That means true Frankenmuth.
Okay.
There's no mistaking the pa. That's that's the authentic music. Yeah, I was just thinking a little while ago. Larry Elliott's been doing a lot of climbing and getting off. He's gonna be in good shape before this afternoon is out, and I believe he has found his way onto another float. Larry, you within earshot yet?
Hey, you betcha I am, Bill, and I found the former Bavarian Princess float. And we've got some of the beautiful ladies from Frankenmuth that have formerly been princesses of the Bavarian Festival. Carla Bronner, Kim Harms is in the back. Carla, who do we have? How many do we have here, and from how far back?
These are 6 of them, and they're from as far back as, I think Diane has been with us the longest. Diane, you're from what year? 64. All the way back to 64.
64.
Yep.
And we've got just all kinds of them here. And we're going to wander to the back just a minute if I can do it without falling off the float. This is talking about getting into shape, Bill. This is getting into shape. Kim Harms is our sports intern, works with Ev Phelps, and I told Kim that we're going to talk to you no matter what. And she's blushing, she's waving at us now.
Hi, Kim.
Everybody's saying hi up on the roof, Kim. What is, you've been to a lot of Bavarian parades, and what do you think is different, if anything, about this one?
The crowds are just phenomenal. There's people lined up all the way back, and there's a lot of people that are coming right up to the front saying hi that are really nice.
And of course, that embarrasses you no end, right?
Oh, I love it.
What do you think is bringing people to the area?
I don't know. I think that the people in the area really are getting together, and they're really working together as a family, and they really enjoy it. And I think that shows to all the people that come here. They really enjoy it.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kim. Hope you all have a great time. And back up to you guys. I'm going to jump off this thing now.
You be careful, Larry. Larry is hosting the post-parade party for the crew here at TV 12. And I just want to mention, he probably won't let me have a brat or anything, but on that particular float, you were a thorn among 6 roses, Larry. I'm terribly sorry.
No, I have to be thinking the same thing.
You guys just lost your bratwurst.
Well, here comes Ronald McDonald. Maybe he'd look a little bit more place among the clowns or something. Actually, McDonald's restaurant has been super to the city of Frankenmuth.
Where do cows go on Saturday night?
I give up.
Everybody say, I don't know.
I don't know.
Why, they go to the movies. How you doing?
Yeah, Larry could sort of rival his act. As I was saying before Ronald interrupted here, Frankenmuth has had the privilege of having a McDonald's restaurant in town for 4 years. It employs about 55 people, full and part-time. And Jill, tell us, do they have German Big Macs, or what do they
have? A German menu.
A German menu.
And it is one of the most unique McDonald's you'll ever find. We have all different countries of Germany representing different sections. It's a very, very unique and well-liked McDonald's.
When you mention the word unique and well-liked, there is a must when you come to Frankenmuth, Michigan. I don't care where you're from. Bronner's Christmas decorations. Absolutely beautiful. Well, it's basically the first real taste of Frankenmuth you see when you come into the city. And their gorgeous, absolutely beautiful float this year of the business division has won the Frankenmuth trophy.
And traditionally so.
And you can certainly see why it is an award winner.
A nice mix of the history of Frankenmuth, in addition to, well, a lady we all recognize, the Statue of Liberty.
And carrying on the Brunner's float is Wally Brunner himself and his lovely wife Irene, and their children Wayne and daughter-in-law Lorraine, and their 2 grandsons.
I understand in terms... Oh, Larry Elliott is walking behind. Larry?
You almost didn't see me, did you, Bill?
No.
I thought Wally right here. Oh, no, Kathy Ellington can pick him up. Wally, what exactly did it take to put this float together?
Well, I tell you, we got a great crew. They take pride in doing it, and it's just a little sweat and effort and enjoyment, and it does it all.
Oh, great, Wally. It's a gorgeous float. Just beautiful. Congratulations on your trophy.
Lederhosen there, I love them. You know, you got the short ones. I wear the long ones. watch out. If you wear the short ones, the girls will come along and pick the hair off your knees, and that's why I wear the long ones, so I don't have bald knees.
Why do you think I wore the short ones? We'll see you, Wally.
Thank you, Larry. Our coverage of the 27th Annual Bavarian Festival Parade in Frankenmuth, Michigan continues in a moment. Be right back.
For an unusual and exciting shopping experience, visit Bronner's Family Christmas Wonderland in historic Frankenmuth. Bronner's is your one-stop shopping destination for a worldwide assortment of gifts and decorations. Throughout Bronner's huge one-acre sales room, you're sure to find the perfect gift for any occasion, including weddings, showers, anniversaries, birthdays, newborns, cheer-up, and friendship. Bronner's is open 361 days of the year. Visit Bronner's soon. It's only a short drive to the charming community of Frankenmuth.
Today, great progress has been made in the treatment of cancer. And at St. Mary's Cancer Treatment Center, we have a full range of services, from radiation therapy to chemotherapy to personal one-to-one counseling. And since St. Mary's is conveniently located in Saginaw, there may be little need for you or your family to make those long and uncomfortable trips to some distant city for treatment. St. Mary's Cancer Treatment Center, close to you, close to home.
At Oscar Rouse, our designers can do magical things with accessories and beautiful touches to brighten every room. Our designers are carefully trained to work with you to find those special things that make the beautiful difference. From a single fabric to an entire room, they're there to help you. And best of all, it doesn't cost you a penny because it's free. So come to Oscar Rouse and let us create something beautiful together.
The 1985 Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival Parade is being brought to you in part by Bronner's Christmas Decorations, by Bill Thomas's Haleburger, and by St. Mary's Hospital.
Skies are sunny. Beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon as we kick off the annual Bavarian Festival with the Bavarian Festival Parade. In our sight right now, the Frankenmuth Lions Club, Joe.
And they were chartered in 1953. We're very proud of our service organizations here. The Lions now have 75 members, and they participate in such projects as the White Cane Sale and the Light Bulb and Broom Sale to benefit Michigan's blind.
Representing a little community to the south, way south of Frankenmuth, would be Redford.
And I think I know where that is, Bill, since I do live in the Detroit area and do a little bit of a commute up I-75 up to mid-Michigan area. This happens to be the Redford Township Unicycle Club with approximately 25 members riding as a drill team. And if you've ever seen them before, they are spectacular. They seem to have just about the most fun of anyone going along this parade route, doing all of their many, many tricks. There are some specialty unicycles as well as jugglers. The group is led by Pete Mills on a 10-foot unicycle. You can imagine that. This is the 11th season for them. They have approximately 30 riders and an active parent group as well. And this year, the club will be sponsoring the National Unicycle Meet on the campus of Eastern Michigan. And they expect several hundred riders from all over the United States and the world.
Degree of difficulty must be 10 riding those unicycles this afternoon.
I have trouble on my 10-speed.
You'll notice Larry Elliott is not on this particular entry.
He promised he would. Otherwise, we'll never go to him again. Now, can you imagine them in this wind, especially the guy that's on the 10-foot one? They are amazing. Riding off into the sunset. Actually, there's no sunset. I was just trying to make you guys up here feel good. It's still very, very sunny and hot.
For their efforts, a very nice, warm round of applause from the people watching along the sidelines. But a nice show, considering the trouble they have to go through with the stiff breeze.
And coming up now is the New Century Bank Float. New Century is a hometown bank of the 21st century. Has 65 branches corporate-wide and a full-service financial institution. Now, riding on the float is Racy Dukes, who will be one of our performers down at the park. Excuse me, that's not Racy, that's Florence Hansen and the Alpine Internationals.
But They'll also be performing down at the park, another one of the top groups from Canada.
And Florence and her daughter Debbie and their 6-piece Bavarian band are absolutely tops throughout Canada, and they come to us directly from Kitchener, Ontario.
Sounds to me that Kitchener, Ontario is a partying kind of community, much like Frankenmuth.
At the rate we're going, it sounds like all of Canada is.
Almost make them a sister city to us. Florence is directly in front, leading the group.
Another popular and warm welcome for Florence Hansen and the Alpine International.
Pausing for a moment in front of Zenders to play a little tune, much to the delight of the crowd that is formed. I was going to say, there's got to be one particular place in town where you would go to watch the parade more than anyone else, but looking up and down the street, there is no such animal, is there?
Well, Jill, you did mention, though, in front of City Hall, there happens to be a huge crowd, and there's a fountain there. Maybe that gives them some incentive to stand near the
in front of the
water.
chamber office. Yeah, they have some incentive there.
We have another award winner coming into view right now. Jill, the Sister City Trophy in the amateur division from the Parks and Recreation Department.
And this is the Gemütlichkeit Trophy, which is true of the spirit of Frankenmuth. And this contains our beautiful Bavarian dancers. They have 150 members, and in their 6-year existence, they have made over 160 appearances throughout Michigan. Now, they will be appearing throughout the Bavarian Festival, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday in front of the Chamber of Commerce at around 3 o'clock each day.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Our coverage of the Bavarian Festival Parade continues in just a moment.
The public is invited to the Greater Zender Open 18-hole golf tournament at the Frankenmuth Golf and Country Club, starting at 9 a.m. Saturday, June 15th, the week of the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival. Some of Michigan's finest amateur golfers will vie for the honors, including a hole-in-one contest. So come on out for the Greater Zender Open, Saturday, June 15th. Sponsored by WJRT TV 12, by First of Michigan Corporation, by Young Family GM Dealerships, and by Bradford LaRiviere Incorporated of Saginaw.
We are family.
Steve, we're overstocked. All full-size pickups must go.
All StarCraft vans must go.
All Cadillacs in stock must go.
$5,000 off on StarCraft vans. 8.8% financing on full-size pickup trucks.
We have over $1 million in new Cadillacs, and I've instructed our salesmen to sharpen those pencils. Looking for a better deal? Make the Young family your last stop.
The Young family.
The theme is It's a Small World, the Frankenmuth Rotary Club, depicting the spirit of Frankenmuth as well as the goals of the Rotary, building goodwill internationally. The grand prize winner in the amateur division this afternoon. A very active group in our community, isn't that right, Jill?
Very active. Now, the Frankenmuth Rotary's desire is to make everyone feel welcome in the community, and with their Disney presentation, very much so. And we'll go down to Larry.
Well, we have Bob Trinkline with us right now. He's going to move on. We'll catch him on Kathy's microphone if we can. Kathy.
See, we're definitely putting Larry through a workout here.
Oh, this has been a workout. What went into building this float? I mean, it's
lots of time, lots of energy, and lots of effort out there. The Rotary Club really did a good job, I think, in putting up this float.
It's a gorgeous float, and I know you win every year, but come on. You got to keep it up?
Yeah, but the guys put the work into it, and that's what it's all about. We want people to see a good float when they come to Frankenmuth.
And they certainly have in this one. Thanks so much, Bob. It's beautiful.
It may seem that our cameras are very close to each other, but they are, in fact, several hundred yards apart. So when Larry says he's got to run to Kathy's camera, he's got quite a distance to run as he walks back up to his home position, so to speak.
He has his German running shoes on, though, right? I think Dave Koskinen, who is up in our camera in the cherry picker, has got one of the windier positions, though, speaking of working out and trying to keep a handle on things. This does look like our Bay County Bean Queen.
And her name is Deborah Smith, and she's being sponsored by the Seaboing Actions Council. Now, they have 19 organizations that have been working together for 21 years.
Oh, no. Guess what? You know what, Jill? I think they've changed the order on us, and that happens to be our sugar queen. And that is Deborah Smith. Yes, it looks a little bit more like Deborah. She's sponsored by the Zebra-Wing Actions Council, 19 organizations that have been working together for 21 years.
Yeah, we apologize for the follow-up there.
We certainly can't
sometimes
be on top of the parade changes, right, Bill?
and they are coming at us real fast. Another float coming into to our view right now from on top of Zenders.
And that is, and the truth shall make you free, and rightfully so, from our St. Lawrence Lutheran Church, which is the founding church of our community. Frankenmuth St. Lawrence Church Float is a project of its Women's Missionary Guild, the Ladies' Aid Society, and the Lutheran Laymen's League. Now, portrayed on the float are a teacher and a child from the early settlement of Frankenmuth in an outdoor setting. And the music is a very popular tune, I Am Jesus' Little Lamb, which was taped by our own St. Lawrence Handbell Choir.
We're going to take a break here, pay a couple bills. Our coverage of the 27th Annual Bavarian Festival Parade in Frankenmuth, Michigan will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
Oh, welcome to Halo Burger. May I take your order?
You sure can. Halo Burgers in 3 sizes, junior, regular, and supreme. With 14 fresh toppings, make 49,000 possible ways to have a heavenly Halo Burger. We can please just about everyone.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Halo Burger, your choice for #1.
Hi, Jake Jacobson with a few ideas from Mayday Valley Cabinets on how to rid yourself of kitchen clutter and confusion. How about built-in microwaves, appliance hideaways, hidden cutting boards, smooth operating drawers, rollouts for heavy pots, adjustable shelves that hold a lot, a hidden lazy Susan, full and half pantries you can't help using, secret waste baskets, and hutches that hold so muches. My rhymes aren't great, but the people and ideas to unclutter your kitchen are at Mayday Valley Cabinets. Quality cabinets guaranteed as long as you own your home.
We are family.
Steve, we're overstocked. All full-size pickups must go.
All StarCraft vans must go.
All Cadillacs in stock must go.
$5,000 off on StarCraft vans. 8.8% financing on full-size pickup trucks.
We have over $1 million in new Cadillacs, and I've instructed our salesmen to sharpen those pencils. Looking for a better deal? Make the Young family your last stop.
The Young family.
I suppose we could call this entry a sweet float, representing the Monitor Sugar. Well, I tried. The Monitor Sugar Company in Bay City. Big Chief Sugar himself.
And I bet not everyone knows that the Monitor Sugar Company has been in Bay City since 1901.
I didn't know that.
Well, I didn't know that. Share that with all our viewers.
That's a good trivia question someday, especially for Bay City residents. How long has Monitor Sugar been in our community?
He looks a little overdressed. What do you think, Bill? But not for an Indian. Not for Big Chief.
Not for Big Chief.
Even chiefs are allowed not to have lederhosen, right?
Yes, you're right about that. Now, these clowns certainly don't have their lederhosen on. They barely have anything to speak of that is one piece. The Elf Karate Shrine Clown Unit, chartered in 1908, always a delight to the kids along the parade route and the grown-ups as well. The goal is to help afflicted children, by the way, a very serious purpose in mind as they clown around. And among the clowns are Crybaby, Dude, Chuckles, and Deadeye.
That was not the a representative of the Frankenmuth Police Department down there arresting, was it? No.
Chief
no.
Pettis would love that.
Chief, only kidding.
Only kidding, Chief.
Only kidding. I'm sure I'll pay for that one someday. An emissary of goodwill.
Kids just adoring him.
It wouldn't be a parade without clowns.
Even though we've been trying off and on again with a little bit of humor here and there.
Hopefully they won't have us on the parade route next year. Somebody else like the clowns up on top of Zender's roof doing the commentary.
This is the Clown Mobile coming into our view right now. Is the chief of the clown unit, the chief of police clown unit, takes off in his little two-wheel cycle. being transported with a calliope in the back. Giving quite a circus atmosphere this afternoon.
And the clowns are always a delight to the young and the young at heart.
That calliope is a very nice touch.
Do you think they see us waving up here, Bill or
Oh,
Jill?
I'm sure they can.
Yeah, I'm sure they can too.
And in the spirit of Frankenmuth, directly behind them, he's sweeping the streets. We like to keep our streets clean.
Jill, who does clean up after all of this is over? I know we have to clean up our portion up here on the roof, but how about
we have a tremendous city force that cleans every day, and then also our volunteers, and then our business owners come out.
We have another float coming into our view right now.
And this is the New Century Bank float. And this New Century, as I mentioned, is the hometown bank of the 21st century. Now, this float is carrying Racy Dukes. And Racy Dukes is a fantastic yodeler who will be entertaining us at the Bavarian Inn and at Zender's, both of their entertainment schedules.
Heard her yodel there for a brief bit.
She will be joining Florence Hansen's group, which that float was sponsored by Zender's, whom we share the roof with here.
Well, while we're on that topic, I have a complaint, Jill, regarding being on top of Zender's. The exhaust of the bakery is coming in and is just making me absolutely famished. It smells so good.
We can't lie, they did already send us chicken up here, which has been a delight.
Right, between the smell of the chicken coming from the Bavarian Inn and Zender's, which are both back-to-back, or I should say side-by-side, lining the streets, it is terrible to have to keep talking, not be able to chow something down here.
Someone who's probably had his dose of chicken and the bakery living so close as Larry Elliott. Let's go down to Larry.
You know, Bill, it's kind of like the shoemaker whose kids' shoes never have shoes. We don't get chicken dinners very often, maybe once a year or so, but we're certainly glad everybody else is here today. You hear the band striking up behind me, lots of folks still on the street. And let's see, that's the Bridgeport Buena Vista High School marching knights we're looking at right now. So a couple of clowns hanging around here and there. And no, Bill, I am not among them, okay?
We were looking real close, Larry, real close. This group numbers 50 strong, representing grades 7 through 12.
Tim Rogers is their director.
Another very popular festival. When I say our area, I refer to the Flint-Saginaw Bay City area. It is in the Genesee County community of Montrose. The annual Montrose Blueberry Festival. And the queen this year, the festival queen, is Lisa Howard.
Hi.
Montrose Blueberry Festival is 14 years old, and we're going to learn more about it now from Larry Elliott.
Well, I'm going to try and hop on this float and see if we can knock everything over. These blueberries look good enough to eat. Tell us a little bit about your festival.
Well, it's August 16th, 17th, and 18th. And there's going to be a big parade on the 17th, and there's anything blueberry you could ever imagine.
Anything at all?
Anything. Pancakes and the whole works. Ice cream, pie eating contest. Everything you could imagine. It's going to be a good time.
Okay, Lisa, thanks so much. And don't let anybody eat these blueberries. I want one of them afterwards, okay?
Larry, snag a few for us, too.
Very popular on the festival scale. It rates 10, I'm told, from people who visit such things. We're going to take a break here. Our coverage of the 27th Annual Bavarian Festival Parade in Frankenmuth, Michigan. I'll get it straight before the afternoon is out. We'll continue after this.
Treat yourself and your family to a visit to friendly Frankenmuth, Michigan's #1 tourist attraction. While in Frankenmuth, visit Bronner's Family Christmas Wonderland and explore their worldwide selection of over 30,000 trims and gifts for all seasons, reasons, and budgets. See Bronner's all-new 10-projector presentation, The World of Bronner's, a delight of sights and sounds highlighting 40 years of this famous attraction. Bronner's is open 361 days of the year. Visit historic Frankenmuth soon. It's only a short drive away.
Nobody plans on having an emergency, but sometimes it happens. When it does, go to the emergency department at St. Mary's Hospital of Saginaw. In your time of crisis, St. Mary's emergency physicians and staff use the most modern medical technology available, plus the St. Mary's Hospital trademark, good old-fashioned concern for you. The emergency department at St. Mary's Hospital of Saginaw. It's just what the doctor ordered.
At New Century Bank, we think of your house as money, and you should too. With our Home Sweet Home Equity Reserve, you can get something out of your house. Using your house as security, our Home Sweet Home Equity Reserve gives you a line of credit from $5,000 to $100,000. You can use now or years from now.
Horace, what did you do?
Biggest check I ever saw. Get yourself a Home Sweet Home Equity Reserve from New Century Bank, the hometown bank of the 21st century.
Very proud to again bring you the annual Bavarian Festival Parade in Frankenmuth, Michigan. I'm Bill Harris, TV 12 News, along with JoJo Shetty McGregor, Larry Elliott, and Joe Christ of the Frankenmuth Chamber of Commerce.
Thanks. Thank you, Bill. And we have the U.S. Naval Sea Cadets here, and a welcome to Frankenmuth. They're a military marching unit. Their commanding officer is Bruce Todd, and their executive officer is Rich Meyer. Now, they have four officers, 35 boys and girls, ages 14 to 18. They've been in existence for 13 years.
Smart-looking group. Must take a lot to give up a beautiful Sunday afternoon like this, to don a uniform like that.
And greet the crowds.
Fine, respectable young men and women in the community. We've seen some very classy-looking groups so far, something we're very proud of here in Frankenmuth in the annual parade. But the group coming into view right now is questionable at best.
Now, if you say that's our police force, you're
No. I'm already in bad trouble with Chief here. How would you describe them?
Well, they play very well.
Good, yes.
No, they strike up a mean tune. I haven't quite deciphered what it is yet.
I believe this is the Scottville Clown Band. Their 82nd year. They're sponsored by the Frankenmuth Mutual Insurance Company. And it's just not a one-time affair. They do many public service projects.
Encouraging other young people to go on to a musical field of endeavor. They do sponsor some band scholarships. Hopefully not this band, though. What do you think?
As long as they encourage them how to play and not how to dress.
That's true. That's very true. In all seriousness, they are a crowd pleaser. No doubt about it. It's amazing how they can play and wave at the same time, isn't it, Jill?
That's true. So true.
Another festival queen coming into view right now.
And it's the St. Charles and St. Helena September Festival Queen. It looks like Wendy Johnson. Her princesses are Chris Swan and Joy Coffin.
Nice little gazebo float protecting the queen from the very strong hot sun this afternoon.
She's got the right idea.
We may want to talk to our set director about constructing something like that up here next year.
Should I share with him, Bill, what happened just as the parade got underway, as the awning that was protecting us and shielding us from the sun came crashing down on Bill Harris's head, and we certainly are happy to have him still on board with us.
Now, see, I have an excuse. If I mispronounce something, I can say it was the injury related.
And here we've got the Frankenmuth Convalescence Center. Now, the spirit of Frankenmuth is demonstrated daily at our Frankenmuth Convalescence Center. Their theme, The Generation Gap, was submitted by Effie Lywell, one of our residents. And the float depicts years of memories and wisdom being shared with youthful dreams, hopes, and ambitions.
Very nice float, very nice theme.
And they are a Chamber of Commerce trophy winner. Congratulations.
We've been on the air roughly 1 hour. There's still more parade coming down the line. We will be back with our coverage of the annual Bavarian Festival Parade in Frankenmuth, Michigan in a moment. Please stay with us.
The public is invited to the Greater Zender Open 18-hole golf tournament at the Frankenmuth Golf and Country Club, starting at 9 a.m. Saturday, June 15th, the week of the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival. Some of Michigan's finest amateur golfers will vie for the honors, including a hole-in-one contest. So come on out for the Greater Cinder Open, Saturday, June 15th. Sponsored by WJRT TV 12, by First of Michigan Corporation, by Young Family GM Dealerships, and by Bradford LaRiviere Incorporated of Saginaw.
We are family.
Steve, we're overstocked. All full-size pickups must go.
All StarCraft vans must go.
All Cadillacs in stock must go.
$5,000 off on StarCraft vans. 8.8% financing on full-size pickup trucks.
We have over $1 million in new Cadillacs, and I've instructed our salesmen to sharpen those pencils. Looking for a better deal? Make the Young family your last stop.
The Young family.
Remember the day you bought that table and the people at the furniture store said, "Count on us"? Well, what they really meant was, count on us to be around unless you have a problem. But when Oscar Rouse says, count on us, you can. For that care can only come from our own set of standards. Quality that never varies, at nowhere else but Oscar Rouse. The best of everything.
The 1985 Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival Parade is being brought to you in part by New Century Bank and by Mayday Valley Cabinets.
In the spirit of friendship, representing Alma, Michigan, the Alma Highland Festival.
Here's a Queen of Scots, the Alma Queen of Scots with her court. It's Queen Susan Lynn Stark. This 18-year-old festival is one of the premier tourist attractions in the U.S., including pipe band and Highland dancing competitions. And I must say at this point, between the Bavarian Festival going on here in Frankenmuth and also the Scottish Highland Festival down in the Detroit area, I come from some German background, at least by marriage, being a McGregor. And I'm missing a little bit of the Scottish activity down in the Detroit area, but I certainly have my share right here with the Tri-City District Pipe Band.
Let's give them a listen. Very unusual group this afternoon. "13 members full, in full Highland dress."
I can definitely tell you that's not McGregor plaid, but which tartan, I'm not sure exactly. There are so many different clans. They say you either like Scottish bagpipe music or you don't, but I think in this case, everyone loves a good Scottish band.
We welcome another judge, a TV judge, representing our friends at Channel 5. TV5 is noon anchor Lauren Barrett, who had the equally rough job as Sue Salenko in judging. We welcome her to the parade in a classic Buick. Larry Elliott is.
Wouldn't you know it? He'd be on this float.
Let's go to Larry Elliott.
You guys got it right. Hey, this is a 47 GMC truck. I know, who cares about the truck? We want the stuff that's on it, right?
You're right.
Brad Rohr is on it, and Brad, you've got lots of, hey, cover up the leg inside there, will you? You've got lots of liquid refreshment here.
Well, I'm never going to go thirsty. I can guarantee you. Never go thirsty.
Now tell me, is this wine?
You tell me.
The taste will tell, huh?
Go ahead.
Hey, not bad, guys. Not bad. We've got to have them up to the house a little later, huh?
I was going to say, I demand equal time.
Bring this guy, huh?
I think Larry jumped on board this float last year. I think
so.
you know why.
I think so, too. And they've even got the little grape press up here so you can make your own if you want to.
I'll make sure you bring that as well.
Right,
Keep
fresh
working,
grapes.
Larry.
Fresh grapes.
That may be the last time we see Larry Elliott in this entire parade. Our coverage of the Bavarian Festival Parade continues while we try and find Larry Elliott in just a moment.
Experience friendly Frankenmuth. Its atmosphere will make you feel you've chanced upon a charming German village. Yet Frankenmuth is only minutes off I-75 between Flood and Saginaw. Contact the Frankenmuth Chamber of Commerce for more information. Write Explore, Frankenmuth Chamber of Commerce, Frankenmuth, Michigan, 48734.
May I take your order?
Yes, I'd like one of your Heavenly Halo Burger Supremes for my boss.
Would you like that deluxe with olives?
He must have known. Yes.
Gosh, that looks good.
Better make that 2 Halo burgers.
Ah, Halo Burgers, they are heavenly.
And we're back with the Pontiac Central High School Marching Chiefs. Now they have 90 members with their drum majors being Todd Barnett and Denal Barrows. Now the majorette is Sasha Morris. It's an award-winning marching band, and I understand our Chris Fry has a little personal interest in there.
I wonder if he'll get a close-up of his niece.
Now they have been first place winners in Rochester's Christmas Parade. They participated in the State Fair Parade, the Alma Highland Festival, and also the Tulip Festival, and we really welcome them to our Bavarian Festival.
Now, between them and the bagpipers, this dress has got to be one of the hardest to sort of work with on a hot, hot day like this, especially with the hi-hats. We give them the courage.
Maybe they have little air conditioners in those hats.
Well, I remember last year they did have, some of the groups had someone sort of running up behind them with ice cubes in plastic bags just to give them a cold douse now and then.
And also directly behind that is the Dead Creek Saloon entry. Now this is a covered wagon being pulled by a 1954 Corvette, which was restored by Jim Duodowitz. Jim, along with Bob Spletzer, owned the Dead Creek, which is a mile and a half south of Brunners and a mile and a half south of the famous Engel Veterinary Clinic. And 3 years ago, they rebuilt it and completely remodeled it. They have delicious food and family atmosphere.
You can't miss it when you're on your way into Frankenmuth.
You certainly
Coming or going, right?
And Jim, if you're watching the replay at 11:30 tonight, congratulations on a job well done on the restoration of that vet. Coming from a family who likes to restore cars.
I got Jim driving and Bob Splitzer's following the old wagon. He's a member of the Harold Midas Band, which is a popular festival band that plays here each year.
Representing the Genesee County Sheriff's Department this afternoon is the Genesee County Sheriff's Posse. It was formed in 1953, made up of area county civic-minded horsemen who just basically at the time wanted to ride together. That has all now grown, and they spend many hours helping out the community in such instances as missing children, looking for missing kids. They provide all of their own horses, maintain their own equipment, provide their own transportation. So if there's any question about taxpayers' expense, this is a truly volunteer, civic-minded organization.
Thank you.
We're going to be entertained right now with some little voices, I guess you'd say.
The Reese Elementary Children's Choir, Bill. They're directed by Greg Webster. The group is 3 years old, 40 children in the choir.
Oh, let's listen to them. They're singing a very familiar song from Walt Disney World. As we listen to the Reese Elementary Children's Choir, we are going to take a break in our coverage, TV 12's coverage of the annual Bavarian Festival Parade in Frankenmuth, Michigan. We'll be right back.
Mayday Valley Cabinets can save you money by refacing your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing. If you have some sturdy countertops, a good sink, and sound cabinets, find out just how reasonable Mayday's 2-day no-mess refacing installation could be for you. And if you want more cabinet space or need to replace just 1 or 2 cabinets, Mayday can do that too and match your refacing. Of course, Mayday Valley Cabinets are the cabinet experts, and if it's new cabinets or design expertise you want or need, bring your ideas and floor plans for an estimate to Mayday Valley Cabinets, Gladwin, Bridgeport, and Saginaw.
You, your physician, and excellent health care are as close as St. Mary's Hospital of Saginaw. Since 1874, St. Mary's and area physicians have provided the very best in health care to the people of the Saginaw Valley. Today, St. Mary's combines the most modern medical equipment and technology with a healthy dose of good old-fashioned care. You might say, it's just what the doctor ordered. St. Mary's Hospital of Saginaw.
For an unusual and exciting shopping experience, visit Bronner's Family Christmas Wonderland in historic Frankenmuth. Bronner's is your one-stop shopping destination for a worldwide assortment of gifts and decorations. Throughout Bronner's huge one-acre sales room, you're sure to find the perfect gift for any occasion, including weddings, showers, anniversaries, birthdays, newborns, cheer-up, and friendship. Bronner's is open 361 days of the year. Visit Bronner's soon. It's only a short drive to the charming community of Frankenmuth.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival Parade. You know, Larry Elliott, our automotive editor, has been with our department for quite a few years now, and I say does a heck of a job for us. But his mom is in town, and before our broadcast this afternoon, she was telling me that when Larry was growing up, he always wanted to be a fireman.
Boy, am I in the spot now for that, huh? This is a 1927 GMC American LaFrance fire truck, the Saginaw Valley Antique Fire Apparatus Association. Why don't we go ahead and take a little bit of a ride? I do car tests for our station. God, I'll tell you, this would be a heck of a car test to do.
That's right. Our organization started about 10 years ago, and we've got about 70 members now. We have a muster in early September, and we'd like everybody to come.
Hey, I'll tell you, and this is one beautiful vehicle, too. How many fires has this one fought in the last couple of years?
It's hard to say. I bought this one back from Pennsylvania just about a year ago, and had it in parades ever since.
Okay, thanks so much. Back to you, Bill, Jojo, Jill.
Thanks, Larry. Terrific job of restorating the band, boy.
We're back just in time for the Sally Tour Dance Troupe. It's a group that's, again, 3 years old. 12 members in this chorus line style troupe. They've done benefit performances for many organizations, and they did win their first place award for the non-marching musical division of the 1984 Tuscola County Pumpkin Festival Parade. So they probably feel right at home dancing through the streets of Frankenmuth in our coverage of the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival Parade.
Our local version of the Rockettes, huh?
Yeah. And directly behind her is our soapbox derby princess, who is Amy Hoffman. Now, Amy is 12 years old, and she's from Freeland. Her first runner-up is Amy Shaft from Bridgeport, and second runner-up is Amy Shook from Bay City. Now, the soapbox derby has been in the Saginaw County for 27 years, and they have 125 members. The derby will be held Saturday, June 29th, at the Buena Vista Lions Park.
And it's certainly a good experience for the kids. You know, Bill and Jill, over the years, they used to have just little boys participating in the Saginaw, in the soapbox derby all over the country, not only in Saginaw. And I'm sure this year they've got a few female representatives.
They sure do.
They sure do.
A calliope being pulled in tow right now to by the HTM Hilltop Realtors. The Wurlitzer, very familiar name, of course, in the Oregon and Calliope world. That brings back memories of riding a merry-go-round when I was growing up.
And what's neat about this one, Bill and Jill, the calliope is a reproduction of an original Wurlitzer, Caliola. I hope I said that right.
Oh, I'm sure they'll forgive you.
Dance my way through this. And it was used back in the 1920s and the 1930s to announce that the circus was coming to town.
And we have the Exit Motels entry, and that's from our neighbors in Birch Run. And it's a float with a scene from an old hotel.
The Oakley Brady Harvest Festival Queen is next in sight. The 8th year for the Harvest Festival. Proceeds going to the parks, recreation, village, beautification, other civic affairs. Today's float carries the Queen, Michelle Bravo, and her attendants. TV 12's coverage of the annual Frankenmuth Parade continues in a moment. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
We are family.
Steve, we're overstocked. All full-size pickups must go.
All StarCraft vans must go.
All Cadillacs in stock must go.
$5,000 off on StarCraft vans. 8.8% financing on full-size pickup trucks.
We have over $1 million in new Cadillacs, and I've instructed our salesmen to sharpen those pencils. Looking for a better deal? Make the Young family your last stop.
The Young family.
The public is invited to the Greater Zender Open 18-hole golf tournament at the Frankenmuth Golf and Country Club, starting at 9 a.m. Saturday, June 15th, the week of the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival. Some of Michigan's finest amateur golfers will vie for the honors, including a hole-in-one contest. So come on out for the Greater Zender Open, Saturday, June 15th. Sponsored by WJRT TV 12, by First of Michigan Corporation, by Young Family GM Dealerships, and by Bradford LaRiviere Incorporated of Saginaw.
At Oscar Rouse, our designers can do magical things with accessories and beautiful touches to brighten every room. Our designers are carefully trained to work with you to find those special things that make the beautiful difference. From a single fabric to an entire room, they're there to help you. And best of all, it doesn't cost you a penny because it's free. So come to Oscar Rouse and let us create something beautiful together.
Representatives of the Michigan National Guard passing in review. Smartly dressed up in their uniforms. Some of them, if you can quite catch it, performing a drill. We talked about restoration, car restoration a little while ago. Again, I say coming from a family that proudly is involved in car restoration. This next entry here, I would have to say takes the cake. If you're into car restoration, this is a 1948 Chevrolet. It has been completely restored, but the key is you look at this beautiful entry. This has never been restored.
Okay, that's what I thought we were going to say
Yep,
here.
this is the actual...
Not a drop of restoration,
Not a drop of restoration.
And it only has 28,000 actual miles on
That's
that.
what it says. 28,000 miles. Goodness, how many cars in 1 year are putting on 28,000 miles,
bet.
let alone something that's...
I can see my dad down there now who has restored his Edsel eyeballing this one. Maybe he'll tackle this one, I don't know.
I tell you, a lot of people who like antique cars are drooling over this one right now.
But it's a full-time job. Some people think it's a hobby. I mean...
To my father and mother-in-law, it's not a hobby, it's their life practically.
Yeah, well, you're really involved, the entire family.
My wife and I are now getting involved in it, trying to restore a 1960 Buick.
Bill, Joe, would you believe our water and the television
It's
sets
flying.
are starting to fly off of our setup here. This has got to be the windiest, but the most fun of all the parades. You know, we never know what to battle as far as the elements go, weather-wise.
Right here, we've got the Michigan Milk Producers Association, which is our local Frankenmuth chapter. Now, this float features a Bavarian-style barn representing the 67 farm members in the Frankenmuth local. Now, MMPA promotes the use of milk and dairy products, as well as distributing dairy products. And we are an agricultural community.
And I am a milk drinker. Love milk. Ever a cold glass of milk in that barn? Oh, never mind.
And it looks like we've got another award winner coming up. It's the McDonald Broadcasting Company float, KCQ 98 FM. And the unit, in case you can't hear it, carries an early 1900 steam engine powering a buzzsaw.
Now, this is our Heritage Park Trophy winner, and this 1900 steam engine was used to power the buzzsaw, and that was for cutting wood, and also to power the thrashing machine, and that was to thrash grain, wheat, beans, and various crops, and to power the machine to husk corn. Now, buzzsaw is homemade. It's made in the Thumb in Reese, Michigan, which is a close neighbor of ours, and it's approximately 50 years old and is still usable today.
An award winner, Heritage Park Award winner, sponsored by our good friends at McDonald Broadcasting. 7 radio stations in the area, WKCQ FM, and one of my big favorites, WSAM. Joe Wilson and Mac in the morning, and well, enough of that. We'll be right back with more of our coverage of the parade in a moment. Stay tuned.
What is a gourmet hamburger?
At Halo Burger, it's whatever you want it to be, because we serve over 49,000 possible hamburger combinations. The choice is yours.
Something special.
100% pure beef. Olives, mushrooms. Always fresh.
The homemade taste.
Quality meat. The taste.
Good, rich, thick meat. Cheese.
They aren't pre-cooked. What I get here at Bill Thomas.
Halo Burger, your choice for #1.
Flint's Original Gourmet Hamburger.
Hi, Jake Jacobson with a few ideas from Mayday Valley Cabinets on how to rid yourself of kitchen clutter and confusion. How about built-in microwaves, appliance hideaways, hidden cutting boards, smooth operating drawers, rollouts for heavy pots, adjustable shelves that hold a lot, a hidden lazy Susan, full and half pantries you can't help using, secret waste baskets, and hutches that hold so muches. My rhymes aren't great, but the people and ideas to unclutter your kitchen are at Mayday Valley Cabinets. Quality cabinets guaranteed as long as you own your home.
Well, the parade's just about over, and I promised some nice people about a plug. Can I plug something?
You sure can. We'd be more than happy for you to do that.
As many of you know, I've turned into a runner as a pastime. July 4th, Frankenmuth hosts the Volkswagen, which is the people's race, correct?
That's correct.
And if you're a runner, it's a very classy race. 4,000 might be expected
we
this year.
We have around 4,000. They have a 10-kilometer and a 20-kilometer.
And this year is their 10th anniversary, and they're noted for their shirts, first of all. And we're going to give you a preview. This is the shirt if you're a runner, if you want to get into it this year. Classy shirt. But the best part is, because it's their 10th anniversary, if you enter early enough, a beautiful navy blue rib sweater with a gold imprint, the Volkswagen 10th anniversary. I have mine already here.
But do you have to run in jogging shorts, or do you have to run in lederhosen?
I think it's
if you're from Frankenmuth, you run in lederhosen.
And just a quick plug for runners. Don't forget our March of the Dimes.
That's right.
Run for the Dimes race, which is June 28th. It's an 8-kilometer. We're giving away nylon running shorts this year. As one of the race directors, we'd love to see you there. Well, we're about wrapped up here.
Before we run out of time, let's thank everyone for joining us today, and thank everyone for coming back to Frankenmuth. It's always an exciting time for all of us here at TV 12. We also invite you, just in case you didn't miss the early parts of the parade, to join us tonight for our Tape Delay broadcast at 11:30. We'll be repeating every single thing you saw here earlier.
We want to say thank you to Jill Kruger-Christ. You may have noticed her name has changed in the past year. We congratulate her on her marriage. And, well, your departure. We are going to see you here next year.
I hope so. I hope so. We wouldn't miss it for the world.
From all of us here at TV 12, Frankenmuth Chamber of Commerce, thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Have yourselves a pleasant afternoon.
We hope you've enjoyed all the fun and festivities of the special Sunday afternoon in Frankenmuth, as TV 12 has presented its 3rd annual telecast of the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival Parade.